Ugh, these grays. They're so assertive. Like, I'm all for empowerment and all that, but like, tone it down. Hey makeup friends, I recently watched a video from Emily Noel where she created a full glam makeup look using just 5 products. And she created it as a tag, so that is what we are going to do today. But before we get into it, I want to welcome you back to my channel, or if you are new here, I want to welcome you. My name is Kara, I'm a 40-year-old working mother of 2, and makeup is my happy place. On my channel, we like to mix beauty, brains, and the occasional F-bomb, so if that sounds like something you're interested in, I invite you to subscribe. All right, let's talk about the rules for this tag. So things like moisturizer, sunscreen, all of those kind of products, they're not to be included in the 5. We're just talking about makeup products. But we don't want to cheat. We don't want to use like a full palette that has, 14 eyeshadows and has all the cheek products laid out in there as well. We want to really focus on just 5 individual items. And that is what I have done. Some of them are going to be a little bit multi-purpose, but it's not going to be set out in a palette. We want to make this a challenge. So it really forces you to look at what products are absolutely essential to a full makeup look. For you, I think this is going to vary depending on who does this because everybody has different preferences and different needs. For myself, I don't feel that I need primer and I don't feel that I need foundation. I do, however, feel that I need concealer. This is my biggest problem area right here are the dark circles. It's genetic, I can't do anything about it, but I certainly can cover them up. However, when I typically go in with a normal concealer, a normal liquid concealer that is, I also feel like I need to set it with just a little bit of powder, but that would be 2 products, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is combine it into one, and I'm going to use a powder concealer. This has been around for a while, but I didn't discover it until this summer, and it continually blows me away that there's something called a powder concealer. Who knew? This one's from bareMinerals, and I'm all excited, and I'm like out of breath. I don't know what's going on. It's because I finished work for the holidays. That's exactly what it is. And I'm all giddy about it. But this is the bareMinerals Eye Brightener. It's a broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen, and this one is in the shade Well Rested. And it really is very effective. And again, because it's a powder, I don't have to set it with more powder, so I can do the roll of 2 products just using one. To apply it, I'm going to go in with this brush here from Delium Tools. This is the 788 BDHD Phase 3 brush. And I like it because it's just so small and precise, and yet there's still a good amount of like flexibility to the bristles and whatnot, so it's not like super stabby under the eyes. It's so sensitive under there. But I'm just going to go ahead. I'll just pat it on and then just blend it around. And I always bring it up into this area here as well because my eyes are fairly well set. And then that shadow just reaches up in here as well. And then I do spend a little bit of time blending it around because it actually has really good coverage. And if I only put it up underneath my eyes, then I just get like this strip of white and it just looks weird. And weird is not the look I'm going for. So I just always make sure that I blend it down around here a little bit and then just get it to blend into the rest of my skin. So you can see, like, I'm kind of stippling it in the area where I need the most coverage, and then when I get to the outside, that's when I do like the larger circular motions just to really diffuse it out there. So I just want it to fade into the rest of my skin. I do have freckles on my nose and whatnot, but I kind of like them, to be honest, so I don't spend a lot of time trying to cover them up. So there you can really see the difference that this product makes. Like it's kind of insane how good the coverage is, right? I was really skeptical about this product. I thought that it wasn't going to cover anything up, that it was just going to crease and just be a hot mess and a pain in the butt to work with. And I really should not have been that skeptical about it because I learned about it from Alexandra and Neil, and I trust everything that she recommends. And she also has really dark circles, so I especially trust her concealer recommendations. But I'm pleasantly surprised with just how impressive this product is. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this eye and then we're gonna move on to the next product. I'll be right back. Another product that I kind of feel naked without having on my face is blush. Now, I decided to go in with a cream blush just to keep it really super simple. And this one is from Fenty. It's in the shade Fenty Glow, which as far as I know is only available in the trio that they released for the holidays. But it's such a beautiful blush. It doesn't look like much in the pan. It kind of looks dooky brown if I'm not gonna lie, but it just creates a really natural looking flush on the cheeks. And because I know what my eyes and lips are ultimately going to look like, I want to keep the color muted on my face because the eyes and the lips are going to have it going on. So this one is just going to look really natural, but still bring back some of the life, especially because with the concealer, everything just kind of looks a little flat. So that's where this one's going to go in and help. And I'm not even going to bother with a brush. I'm just going to pick some up on my finger and then just tap it into place. And I really like the consistency of these blushes. I have a few shades. The only one I'm not wild about that I have is Fuego Flush? Fuego something, I'm not sure. It's orange, and I thought I'd like it because I do like orange blushes, but it's a little sparkly, and I'm not wild on that one. But this shade, this one's so beautiful. Like, it just looks so natural. It just looks like you've exerted yourself just enough to like get a little bit of a flush, but not like beet red and sweating, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. If you want something that's sort of comparable to this, but don't want to buy the trio, I would recommend looking at Rose Latte. It is a little bit deeper and has a little bit more of a reddish undertone, but once it's blended out, it does have a very similar effect. Now I also like to apply just a little bit of blush to my nose, just so that there's like cohesion across my face. It's not just like two completely separate planes just doing their own thing with like a divider down the middle. I like to just tie everything together. There we go. All right, so like I said, I wanted to avoid eyeshadow palettes just because that feels a little bit cheaty. And so I am just going to use a single eyeshadow, and it's going to be a liquid one. This one is from Too Faced. It's in the shade, what is this? Chocolate Wine, one of their melted chocolate matte eyeshadows. And the reason I chose this one is because it gives you all of the drama just by virtue of the color, but it's really easy. And I don't have to blend a bunch of different shades together, and I can get it done with just one product. And for application, I like to use like a smaller, fluffy kind of brush. And this one is from Glamour It's the number 10. And I just really like the shape of this one for blending out edges. So it just comes with a little doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to work one eye at a time because it does dry fairly quickly. And I'm just going to apply a little bit just across the top. And then I'll use the blush or the brush to blend it out. I find with these kind of products, it's always easier to go in with a little bit and then have to add more. Whereas if you go in too heavy-handed at first, you got nowhere to go. So as you may be able to see, it has really good pigmentation and it does blend really nicely, but it dries pretty quickly. So I would definitely recommend working one eye at a time with this. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to blend that second eye properly. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit of the product from the doe foot directly with the brush, just to get in the more precise areas of like where the crease is and then where the lash line is as well. And just kind of pat that into place and then blend it from there. For my lower lash line, I'm going to use a smaller brush. This one is from BK Beauty and it is the number 207. It's a nice little pencil brush, but still fluffy enough that it blends things out nicely. And I'm going to use that to pick up some of the product and then run that under the lower lash line. All right, what I love about this shade is that particularly with my green eyes, it just makes my eyes go like bing. Anything that has like a really reddish or purplish kind of undertone plays so beautifully with green eyes. I do have some brown in my eyes, but the right shade just really amps up the green, and I think it just makes my eyes look wider and brighter overall. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, do this one, and then we'll come back for the next product. Now, what I'm also going to do with this product is use it for my lips. I got this tip from Emily's video where she used the Rare Beauty blush as her liquid lipstick. So we're gonna give this one a try. I do have a little bit of lip balm on, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna bother rubbing it off or anything like that, but I'm just gonna go in with this. We're gonna have a rather dramatic monochromatic look going on. I've never used this as liquid lipstick before, so I might experience some regret. We'll see. And there we have lips done. I will say the applicator on this actually works really well as a liquid lipstick. We'll see how the formula feels in a few minutes time. It's dry already, which we'll see. It might end up feeling incredibly uncomfortable, but we'll see. Normally with a shade this dark, I'd want to line my lips just to make it as precise as possible, but of course I don't want to use a lip liner as a product today. But I think we're doing okay just using that doe foot. Who would have thought? Okay, I'll check in a little bit if this gets uncomfortable, but for right now, doing okay. Now, product number 4 is this liner here from Urban Decay. This is one of their 24/7 liners in friggin' gold lettering on gold glitter. I can't read that. What is this? Space Dust. I think this was part of a Christmas set last year, if not the year before. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can buy this just on its own, but I'm all about multifunction for this video. So I can use this as a liner. I can use it as like a stick eyeshadow for inner corner. And I'm thinking I might be able to blend it out and use it as a little bit of a highlighter. I think that's gonna work. I don't think I would do that if I had foundation on, but I don't. So let's give her a try. Before I commit to that though, I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. Just gonna pop it in here and then just pat it out with my baby finger. I'm debating using it as actual eyeliner. I've never used it like that. I'm just worried that it's gonna look weird. But you know what? We're playing with makeup. I have liquid eyeshadow on my lips and I'm about to use an eyeliner for a highlighter. So why the hell not, right? Let's give her a try, and if I hate it, I can just wash it off. I'm not actually going anywhere today. I'm just playing with makeup. That is the beauty of makeup. So let's go ahead and do this and just see. Maybe I'll love the look, maybe I'll hate it. We'll find out in precisely 30 seconds. Oh, you know what I need though? I need my little smudgy doohod. Where is he? There he is. This little guy. He's like a little wee sponge jobby from Shop Miss A. It's the AOA Studio E118. And this way I don't have to use my finger to smudge it. I can just use this and it's altogether more precise. You know what? I don't hate it. I do not hate that. It's different. It'll take me a little bit to get used to that, but it's kind of fun. And then once I put on product number 5, which spoilers mascara, because like what am I going to use to replicate mascara? I think it's just going to peek through the lashes. I think it's pretty. Well, there we go. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it as a highlighter. Just trying to decide if I want to draw it on my face and then blend it with my finger, or put it on my finger and then go that way. Well, maybe this is why God gave me 2 cheeks. I can try it both ways. So I'm just going to put some there, make sure I have a clean finger. Yeah, see, this is not looking great right in here, but that's okay. I'm amongst friends, right? Okay, well, let's actually draw it on my finger and see if it even makes a difference in terms of how it applies on the other side. I think that's nicer, to be honest. Okay, let's build it up again over here. Huh. Who would have thought that this could actually work as a nice little highlight? Huh. It's not blinding by any stretch, but I think it definitely adds something. Now, Emily didn't mention any rules about brushes, so I'm going to use just a spoolie here, and I'm going to run it through my brows. I am lucky enough that I really don't need to use any brow products. I often use a tinted brow gel just to keep everything all in place and just to deepen them up a little bit in terms of the shade of them, but if I'm only allowed to use 5 products, I'm not going to waste one on brow products. Okay, so then item number 5, mascara. This one is the Huge Extreme Lash Mascara from Stila. And here we go. There, see, remember I was saying, like, once you get the mascara on, I think it's going to tone that gold liner down a little bit. My prediction came true. I was right about that. Yay! All right, and makeup is done, and yet somehow I don't feel glam. And I think it's because I'm sitting around in a hoodie. So let's fix that. There we go. That is much better. Now I have the sparkly shirt on, the earrings, the ring, and now I officially feel glam. Despite the fact that I'm wearing Santa socks and I have fleece-lined leggings on. We're just going to ignore that because nobody can see it. Now, what I will say is that I do not recommend using liquid eyeshadow as a lipstick. First of all, it keeps sliding onto my teeth. Secondly, it is dry as a mofo. It's not sticky, it hasn't like crumbled or cracked or anything, but my God, she's uncomfortable. I'm glad that I have at least a little bit of lip balm on underneath, or else this would be just atrocious. But for the purposes of this video, it works. So here we are. I would love to hear from you in the comments below what 5 products you would choose for making a full glam face, as I'm just curious about it because everybody has different preferences. So whereas some people can get away with no concealer, maybe they want bronzer, whatever the case. So I'm just nosy and curious, and I just like to hear from you guys. So with that said, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.